Welcome back to the lecture on triple integration. In the last lecture, we have taken sums where we had to evaluate the integral. Limits of integration were provided in the triple integration. In this lecture, we'll see where the limits of integration are not provided. So those who have missed the last lecture, please refer to the basics where I had taken various standard limits of triple integration, spherical coordinates, cylindrical coordinates, all those were taken. So we'll continue with the problems. Write down, evaluate triple integration x square yz dx dy dz over the region bounded by the planes given are by x0, y0, z0 and x plus y plus z is equal to 1. So first of all, before looking at the integration, we will have to draw the curves as we did in the double integration part. Whenever the limits were not given, first we try to draw the curves. Since this is in three dimension, drawing may be difficult sometimes. So if you can imagine, it's well and good. If you can draw, it's good, right? First, let us draw the volume. First, draw the axis xyz axis, and you can draw a tetrahedron. So this is basically a tetrahedron. So let me try drawing. So these are my axes, xyz axis. So this is a tetrahedron. Let me name this tetrahedron as PQR. So tetrahedron will have points 1, 0, 0. We have seen this in the basics. 0, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 0. So basically here the area, the volume of integration is the three-dimensional diagram, the tetrahedron, right? So this is the integration part. So we will take a three-dimensional strip or a parallelepiped type, right, and get the dimensions. Now the limits of z we need to find first. So once we find the limits of z, the triple integration will be converted into double integration. So limits of z are 0 to, now the plane, if you cannot imagine from here, look at the plane. What is the tetrahedron? X plus y plus z is equal to 1. So what is the value of z? You will get minus x minus y plus 1. So it is nothing but z is equal to 1 minus x minus y. So this will be your upper limit, right? So 1 minus x minus y. So now my plane x plus y plus z equal to 1 in xy plane is nothing but, now your value of z is done. You will substitute the value of z is equal to 0. So the plane which is in xy plane will be given by x plus y equal to 1, clearly because z is 0. So you will substitute the value of z as 0, so you'll get x plus y is equal to 1, right? So now from this you can find the value of y. The value of y will be what? 1 minus x. So now the limits of y will be 0 to 1 minus x. We have seen the standard limits of tetrahedron as well. And then lastly, the limits of x remains. So it's very simple from here. Y is done. Substitute y is equal to 0. The value of x will be 1. So the outer limits are 0 to 1. So these are my limits of integration. So now my integration I will become 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x, and 0 to 1 minus x minus y. The x square yz, dz first, then dy, and then dx. So first we are integrating with respect to z first, right? So integrate with respect to z first. So I think so we can do it directly now. Yes, I'll do it directly because in the last type I have taken by I1, I2. If you are not comfortable doing directly, break it as I1 and then you can integrate and get the answers. Okay. So this will become 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x. Integration is with respect to z. So x square y will come outside anyway. Z integration is z square by 2. Limits you have to substitute 1 minus x minus y. Integration dy dx. Right? Now let us substitute the limits. You have 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x, then x square y. Substitute the upper limit first. 1 minus x minus y. And lower limit will be 0. So no need to substitute that. So what you can do here is, you can open the brackets, simplify everything, so integration will become more easier to you. So let us open the brackets and then we will integrate with y. Okay. So 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x, outer it is x square y, 1 by 2 can come outside because it's a constant. So if I open the brackets by a plus b plus c the whole square, apply a square plus b square plus twice ab twice ac minus twice ab minus twice ac and plus twice ac. So apply that formula, you will have 1 square x square y square, then minus 2 into x minus 2 into y, and here it will be plus 2xy because minus minus will become plus. So this is how I have opened the brackets. Now let me multiply this x square y inside. So if I multiply that x square y inside, so you will have x square y plus x raised to 4y plus x square y cube minus 2x cube y minus 2x square y square plus 2x cube y square. This is what I have got when I open the brackets, dy dx. Okay. So now what you have to do, take y square terms on one side, y cube terms on the other side. First of all, let me integrate this with respect to y. Okay. So after I integrate with respect to y, what are these? You can take this y and this y in one bracket. Okay, y square can be taken in another bracket. So integration becomes more easier to you. So let us do that first. So that will be 1 by 2 and then I'll integrate later. 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x. I'll have x square plus x raised to 4 plus minus 2x cube y. So I've taken y common from the terms. This next term will be alone. Okay. And the other term minus 2 you can take common. So that will be x square minus x cube y square. Okay. dy dx. So let me integrate with y first. So integrating with y first, so we'll have 1 by 2, 0 to 1. This x square terms will be as it is. So y will be y square by 2. This will be y raised to 4 upon 4. And this will be x square minus x cube y cube upon 3. The limits of integration are 0 to 1 minus x. So now we'll have to substitute the upper limit, because anyway if I substitute the lower limit I'll get 0. So let me substitute the upper limit. So after substituting the upper limit and simplifying further, I will get like this. So this will be 0 to 1. Now you can see this term will get cancelled, 2x cube y square. And here also you have 2x cube y square. Okay, so put the upper limit now. So that will be x square into 1 minus x square into 1 minus x square by 2. Then you have x plus x square 1 minus x raised to 4. You can take x square common, and here you have cube. Okay, so I have substituted my upper limit. Now last integration with respect to x. So this whole thing, if we look into, some things will get cancelled. Let us simplify and see what all are getting cancelled. Okay, and then we'll have to integrate it. So after integration and after simplifying, you simplify this. I leave it for the students to exercise. After simplifying and after integrating, the answer will be 1 upon 2520. Okay, please kindly check whether integration with x gives you the same answer. Okay, so here you have to check the last integration which I've left up till you. Now let us take the next sum. Evaluate triple integration of x, y, z dx, dy, dz over the positive octant of a sphere So now you know that this sum will be easier if I substitute into spherical polar coordinates. So substituting x is equal to r sine theta cos phi y is equal to r and z is equal to r cos theta. The equation of the sphere what is the equation of the sphere? X square plus y square plus z square is equal to 4. If I reduce this, this will be converted into r square is equal to 4, which is nothing but r is equal to 2. So this is the sphere that you have to do. and positive octant of a sphere r is equal to 2. The standard limits, you know, it is 0 to a, 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so the region is the positive octant of the sphere r is equal to 2. So that is the region of the positive octant of the sphere. Okay, so now the limits for r, these are the standard limits we have seen in the earlier class, the limits of r theta and the limits of phi. So limits of r will be 0 to a, 0 to pi by 2 because it's a positive octant, and phi also will be 0 to pi by 2. So now my integration I, which is given as xyz dx dy dz, will be converted into, the outer limit is for phi, as we know the outermost limit, middle limits is for theta, and the inner limits is for r. So dx dy dz can be written as r square sine theta dr d theta d phi, but this value we need to substitute. X, Y, Z values that we have written earlier. Okay, dx dy dz is r square sine theta dr d theta and d phi. The very first thing is, first we will integrate with respect to r, then with theta, and then with phi. Okay, so let us do that. So 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, it is 0 to 2, this r cube and r square become r raised to 5 dr. Rest all terms you can take outside. So this is sine theta, sine square theta you'll have, because one sine and one sine will become sine square, and cos theta, and here you have, sorry, this will be sine square, right? So because substitution is what? R sine theta cos phi, and here also you have R sine theta sine phi, and here you will have cos theta. So this will become sine square and then cos phi. Fine. So this will be sine square theta into cos theta cos phi into sine phi. So this is r raised to 5, and here it is sine cube into cos theta, and here you have sine 2 theta by 2. So if you look at the simplification, this r cube and r square will become r raised to 5. Sine square and psi will become sine cube into cos theta, and this terms as it is. So after integrating, what you will get now, this is 0 to pi by 2. Let me integrate this. This is for cos phi sine theta. Okay, this is for phi. Next integration, you will have 0 to pi by 2. I am just separating the integration. You can do it later also. So that will be what? Sine cube cos theta okay, this way, and the other integration is 0 to 2 r raised to 5 dr. So after integrating this, here what you can do, here you can multiply and divide by 2. So this will be 0 to pi by 2. If I multiply and divide by 2, this will be sine 2 phi upon 2. Okay, this will be sine 2 phi by 2 d phi. And this you know that derivative of sine is cos. You can use the formula for n plus 1 upon n plus 1. That formula we can use. Okay, and this will be r raised to 6 upon 6. So let's integrate now. So after integration, you'll have minus cos 2 phi by 4. Limits of integration are 0 to pi by 2. Here you'll have sine raised to 4 theta by 4. You have used the formula n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Here you'll have r raised to 6 by 6. The limits are 0 to 2. It's not 5. By mistake I've written 5. It is 0 to 2. So let us substitute the limits. So you'll have minus 1 by 4 cos pi minus cos 0. Here you'll have 1 by 4 sine raised to 4 pi by 2 minus sine 0. And here you'll have 2 raised to 6 by 6. So after simplifying, cos pi will be minus 1, and this minus 1 minus 2. 2 will get cancelled. You will be left with this 2. This 2 will get cancelled with this 1 2. Okay. And this 4 will get cancelled. So you are just left with 4 over here. So my final answer for integration will be 4 by 3. You can check after simplification whether you are getting this as your final answer. Okay. Let's take an example. Evaluate the triple integration of dx, dy, dz x square plus y square plus z square raised to 1 by 2 over the region bounded by spheres x square plus y square plus z square is equal to a square, and x square plus y square plus z square is equal to b square. So these two spheres are given. Same type examples I had taken in 2-dimensional where there were circles. So again, by the same logic, let us draw the 3-dimensional. Even if you don't draw, that's okay. So this is a sphere, 3-dimensional sphere, and again one 3-dimensional sphere is there, and you have to find the region bounded between these two spheres. So these two spheres, the region will be bounded like this. It will be like a tire or something, right? So the strip, 3-dimensional strip will be like this. Okay, and now you know that this inner circle, since A is greater, this outer circle is R is equal to A. This inner circle is R is equal to B. And the sphere is for the complete, right? So for a complete sphere, we have seen the standard limits. For a complete sphere, the limits of theta will be 0 to pi, and limits for phi will be 0 to 2 pi. and here limits for R here is outer circle is B and then it is A, so that will be B to A. Okay, so these are my limits. So my integration I will be 0 to 2 pi, 0 to pi and 0 to A. If I convert the original integrand into polar coordinates, okay, I have not written, let me write substituting in spherical polar. If I substituting in spherical polar coordinates, dx dy dz can be written as r square sine theta dr d theta d phi, right? And the denominator x square plus y square plus z square under root, that will become r dr d theta d phi. Sorry, I'm writing it twice. So now my integration, this is a simple integration. Let me integrate this. First integrate with respect to r. So one r will get cancelled. So you will be just left with single r. So 0 to 2 pi. You will have phi, you don't have anything. So let's write d phi. 0 to pi sine theta d theta and 0 to a r dr. So this is my, when I separate the integration of dr d theta d phi, this becomes my simple integration. Okay. So that will be r square by 2. The limits are 0 to a. So let's substitute the limits. You will have 2 pi minus cos pi plus cos 0 and a square minus b square by 2. So 2 will get cancelled. So the final answer, and here you will have one more 2. So 2 pi, it will be a square minus b square is my final answer for integration. Fine. So these were simple. This example was easy because we knew the standard limits of a complete sphere and we can directly do the integration. So this was a simple one. So now what if we have a cylinder or we have a cone? Let's see those type of examples. So evaluate triple integration of z square dx dy dz over the region what are the two curves that are given over the region which is common to the sphere. A sphere is given. The equation of a sphere that is given is x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 4 and cylinder. A cylinder is given. Now drawing this is not necessary actually. It's a three-dimensional, and then drawing a cylinder and a sphere and taking the common region, wasting time, not necessary. Okay. So, and using the, you know that you have to use a spherical polar coordinates, right? So first of all, convert everything into spherical polar coordinates. Before converting into spherical polar coordinates, my usual logic will be, what you will do whenever such type of example comes where drawing becomes difficult and you cannot imagine the common region, what will be the lower limit, upper limit and so on. Whatever curve you have, what curves you have here, you have a sphere and a cylinder. See which curve is giving you three-dimensional space. So find the value of z from that curve, integrate one thing, that innermost limit will be for z. So integrate that one integration. So now my triple integration will be converted into double, and then you convert that into polar. So that thing becomes more easier. So my volume sum, I'm using one integration and then I'm converting into my area, which I have done in the earlier part. Fine. So first of all, we will find the value of z from this. So x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 4 is given to me, right? So I will find the value of z from this. Z will be nothing but what? It will be 4 minus x square minus y square, which is nothing but plus minus under root of 4 minus x square minus y square. So I've got both the limits of z. So now what I will do, this value of z, two limits, I will substitute in my original question, and then later on I'll convert into polar. So that will be minus under root of 4 minus x square minus y square and 4 minus x square minus y square. The inner integration is z square dz, and this is dx dy. I am not worried about the next integration, right? So now we will write this as z cube by 3, or you know that since it is an even number, by the definite property of definite integration, minus a to a can be written as 2 into 0 to a. So let's write that 2 into 0 to a, 4 minus x square minus y square and z square dz. Okay, dx dy. So now this can be integrated as 2 into z cube by 3, 0 to 4 minus x square minus y square dx dy. So you can take 2 by 3 common. Okay, 2 by 3 can be taken outside, and you will have 3 by 2, you will have raised to 3 by 2. So 4 minus x square minus y square, this is cube and this is 1 by 2, so that is 3 by 2. So this, my triple integration now has been converted into double integration, where R is what? R is given by the region, which is a cylinder that is given x square plus y square is equal to twice x. And now you will convert this into your polar coordinates. So this sum becomes easier. अब double integration है, substituting x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and dx dy is equal to r dr d theta. So my curve will become r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta is equal to 2x, so 2r cos theta, right? So this is r square is equal to 2r cos theta, which is nothing but r is equal to 2 cos theta. We have seen this curve in the earlier lectures. So this is a circle, two-dimensional, you can imagine. So this is a complete circle, right, on your x-axis. So this is a curve that you have to find this is my area of integration. This will be my radial strip. It will travel in anti-clockwise direction. This is minus pi by 2, this is pi by 2, and this is given by r is equal to 2 cos theta. So my inner limits will be 0 to 2 cos theta and outer limits will be minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So let's convert the equation 1, okay? Thus 1 becomes, now my equation 1 will become I is equal to, so this outer limits will be for theta minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. The inner limits will be for 0 to r, so that is 2 cos theta. And the integrand is what now? 4 minus x square minus y square. If I take minus, that will be x square plus y square. And x square plus y square is r square. So that will be 4 minus r square raised to 3 by 2. This 2 by 3 will be as it is, it's a constant. And dx dy can be written as r dr d theta. So my equation 1 now will be converted into this. So my limits, my triple integration, first I took the z limits. Now my double integration has been converted into polar form. So you know that by this formula, what is that? If the derivative of 4 minus r square, what is the derivative of 4 minus r square? It is minus 2r. So if this is adjusted, we can use the formula n plus 1 into n plus 1. So let's take this 2 inside and multiply by minus 1 because you require minus 2, right? So that will be 2 cos theta. This will be 4 minus r square raised to 3 by 2 and minus 2r dr. So let's integrate with r first. Right? So this can be written as what? N plus 1 upon n plus 1. I have used that formula, so that will be minus 1 by 3. So that is 4 minus r square, 5 by 2 upon 5 by 2. Okay, and now the limits of integration are 0 and 2 cos theta d theta. So this 5 by 2 will come outside, it will become 2 by 5, right? And now you substitute the limits. So if I substitute the limits, that this will be nothing but minus 2 by 5. So that will be 15. This will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, and let's substitute the limits. So that will be 2 raised to 5 sine raised to 5 theta minus 2 raised to 5. Okay, I have simplified this. 4 can be written as 2 square minus r square. So 5 by 2. Okay, and then I have substituted. 2 have got cancelled and I have substituted. Right? So after substituting the limits, I will get like this. And now you need to integrate this. So after integration now, you know that if it is an odd function, minus a to a will become 0. So clearly, this term will become 0. That will be minus 2 by 15. Let me separate this, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. 2 raised to 5 sine raised to 5. Sine raised to 5 theta is an odd function anyway. So this will become 0. Even if you substitute and check, that won't count. 2 raised to 5 d theta. Okay. Since it's an odd function, this becomes 0. This will be 2 raised to 5 minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So after I substitute the limits and simplify, so this 2 and 2 raised to 5 will come outside, 2 raised to 16 upon 15. And here you are getting pi. So my final answer of integration is 64 pi by 15. Let us continue with the sum. So this is the logic that you have to follow. So similar type examples we'll take. So you understand what are we doing. Evaluate triple integration of under root of x square plus y square dx dy dz over the region bounded by the right circular cone x square plus y square is equal to z square, z greater than 0, and the planes z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1. Now this sum, you know, a right circular cone is given to you, right? So now you can use cylindrical polar coordinates, which we have done earlier, but this is one of the method. Anyway, the answer will come same, but instead of using cylindrical polar coordinates and remembering so many limits, what we can do is find the value of z first, the innermost limits, and then we will use the next two limits as double integration. We can do that, okay? So now if we imagine this diagram, a right circular cone is x square plus y square plus z square. So let me imagine this. First we'll find the value of z, but there are too many values of z. So we get confused which will be the lower limit and which will be the upper limit. So let's imagine this diagram. This is a cone, right? So this is a cone, x square plus y square plus z square. And a plane z is equal to 1. That will be a parallel plane, something like this. Okay. So this plane will be z is equal to 1. So now you have to take a strip this way. So somewhere it is touching this and over here. So from this, what you can imagine is the lower limit is touching the cone and the upper limit is touching the plane. So if I find my integration I, that will be nothing but double integration. I'm not worried. I'm just finding the value of z. So limits of z will be, so this is what, x square plus y square is equal to z square. So let us find that limit. X square plus y square plus z square is equal to z square. So z is nothing but under root of x square plus y square. But since you know it is taken in the positive side, so z is x square plus y square. So this will be my value of z of the cone and z1. So lower limit will be x square plus y square and upper limit will be 1. The inner limits are under root of x square plus y square. First you will integrate with z first and then with dx dy. So instead of using this cylindrical polar coordinates and remembering so many coordinates is very tedious, and maybe you won't remember in the exam also. So better you find the value of z first, the limits of z, convert it into double integral and then solve. So you can take this outside, because with respect to z anyway, this will be constant. So this is x square plus y square 1 dz. Okay, dx dy. So now this triple integration is converted into double integration like this. So this will be z, the limits of integration x square plus y square and 1 dx dy. Okay, so which is nothing but my double integration is converted into x square plus y square. The integrand is 1 minus under root of x square plus y square dx dy. So let me write this as equation 1. Right? Now what is the region that remains over the R? Okay, where R is what? Your cone, right? Look at your cone here. In the double area, this will become a circle. If you look at this, if I substitute the value of z is equal to 1 here, it becomes a circle. How to do? One curve, intersection you have to find, substitute one curve into another, same logic. One you're getting x square plus y square is equal to z square, and the other you're getting plane as z is equal to 1. So if I substitute here, I'm getting where R is x square plus y square is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1. If I substitute, I will get this as your region of integration. So x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 1 is nothing but a circle r is equal to 1, right? The complete circle, and the radial strip will travel from anti-clockwise direction, that is a complete sphere. It will be 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so converting into polar coordinates, so converting into polar, substitute x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. So this will be r square is equal to 1. That means the circle is r is equal to 1. So your limits of r will be 0 to 1 and limits of theta will be 0 to 2 pi, the complete circle. Okay, thus my equation 1 will become 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 1. This is clear. So now my equation 1 is this: x square plus y square is r square ka under root is r. Okay, inside the bracket 1 minus r again, and dx dy is r dr d theta. I have not written here, but you know dx dy is r dr d theta. Okay, so let's integrate this. This is 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 1, r square 1 minus r dr d theta. Okay, so you can open the brackets. So that will be nothing but 0 to 2 pi theta 0 to 1 r square minus r cube dr. So which is theta 0 to 2 pi r cube by 3 minus r raised to 4 by 4 0 to 1. So my final answer is 2 pi into 1 by 12. So integration becomes pi by 6. Those who want to use cylindrical polar coordinates, note one can use cylindrical polar coordinates. What are the cylinder? X is equal to rho cos phi, rho sin phi, all that you can use. The answer will come same. So I always suggest students that instead of using so many coordinates, in the triple integration, this is the easiest. First, what you do, find the value of z, take the lower limit, upper limit, solve that outermost integral, and then after solving that outermost integral, now my triple integration is converted into double integration, and then converting into polar form, the sum becomes easier. Okay, similar example I'll check. Now what you can do, students, I'll give you the example. You can pause the video, solve this example as we did right now, find the value of z and find the limits on your own, and again come back and check whether whatever you're doing is correct or no. Okay, so here the evaluation is given and the region is a paraboloid. Okay, paraboloid is nothing but a parabola. It's a cup actually in 3 dimension. Okay, so if I imagine, no need to draw the diagram again, find the values of z. You know that z is equal to 3 is a plane that will be parallel, तो वो ऊपर ही आएगा. So this will be something like a parabola. So x square plus y square is equal to 3z. Okay, and then you take this plane. This is z is equal to 3. Okay, then you take this plane. So this you have to touch this and then this. Okay, this way, something like that. So even if you don't draw the diagram, if you cannot, that's okay, perfectly fine. So first we'll find the value of z, that is limits of z. Now you can see that limits of z, first it is touching the paraboloid. So from paraboloid, x square plus y square is equal to 3z. So value of z will be what? X square plus y square upon 3. So this will be my lower limit. And my upper limit, it is clear, 3. Okay, that is very sure, it is 3. So my integration I, that is question I now, will become x square plus y square by 3, and here it is 3. X square plus y square, first you will integrate this with respect to z. Same logic as we are doing. Right? And then my triple integration will be converted into double integration, and you convert into polar form, that you will get a circle. Okay, that you convert into polar form, it will be easier for you. So do that, triple integration, this will come outside, x square plus y square is a constant. You have dz, x square plus y square by 3 and 3. Okay, so double integration of x square plus y square, that will be z. The limits are what? 3 and x square plus y square by 3. So if I substitute, I will get my integration I as double integration of x square plus y square 3 minus x square plus y square by 3 upon 3, and then you have dx dy. Okay, so now my triple integration has been converted into double integration like this. Where R is, what is the region R? What is the curve that you're getting? One is paraboloid, x square plus y square is equal to 3z, and other is z is equal to 3. So if I substitute, where R is x square plus y square is equal to 9. So x square plus y square is equal to 9. Now if I convert it into polar coordinates, that will be a circle with radius 3 clearly. Fine. So if I substitute this in this, I'll get x square plus y square is equal to 9. So this is your equation 1. Doing the same steps as we did in the earlier sum. So you can pause the video, convert it into polar coordinates, check your limits whether you have understood the sums or no, and you can come back and always check the answer. Okay, fine. So converting into polar coordinates, so substituting x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, x square plus y square is r square, that you know, and dx dy is r dr d theta. Okay, so my region curve will become x square plus y square is equal to 9 will become r square is equal to 9. So my region is a circle, r is equal to 9. So r is equal to 9 again is a complete circle this way, and you have a radial strip which will travel all over as in the earlier sum. Okay, so here the limits of r will be 0 to 3, and limits of theta is a complete circle, so 360 degrees 2 pi. So substituting this everything in equation 1, my integration I will become theta, you know it is 0 to 2 pi, and r is 0 to 3. Okay, so my inside integration is what? X square plus y square is r square. Okay, and this is 3 minus r square by 3, and dx dy is there in equation 1, so it is r dr d theta. So let's simplify this. You have 0 to 2 pi theta, you have 0 to 3. If I open this, this is 3r cube minus r raised to 5. Okay, so let's integrate this to get the final answer. So integration will be nothing but 0 to 2 pi 3r raised to 4 upon 4 and r raised to 6 by 18. Let's substitute the limits. You will have 0 to 2 pi 3 raised to 5 upon 4 minus 3 raised to 6 upon 18. So if I simplify this further, that will be converted into my final answer, which is 81 pi by 2. You can check the answer after simplification. Okay, so the logic is same. First you take your double integration, find the value of z, convert my triple integration into double integration, which will give you the answer. Okay, one last sum we'll take. Evaluate triple integration of x, y, z, dx, dy, dz. You can do this directly, okay? Over the region bounded by planes the planes are x0, y0, z0, z1 and a cylinder. X square plus y square is equal to 1. Right? So now from this, in this cylinder, they have not given the value for z. The limits of z can be got from this only. Z is equal to 0 to 1. Right? So first z is equal to 0 to 1 you have got. You will integrate that and then you will convert the sum into double integration and get the answer. So I think so this is not difficult for you now. It is very simple. But since the projection is over a cylinder, somewhat like this, a diagram will be somewhat like this. A cylinder, I'm not very good at drawing the cylinder, but still let me try. It will be something like this in a 3 dimension. So you will have a cylinder like this and a plane z is equal to 1 as we saw right now. So plane will touch over here. Z is equal to 1. And a cylinder is x square plus y square is equal to 1. Right? So after this you substitute, this will be a circle. Okay, x square plus y square is equal to 1. And this will be a positive quadrant only because the planes are x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. So it is taken only in a positive quadrant when you convert into two-dimensional. So this will be r is equal to 1 after you convert into polar, and it is 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so now my limits of z are 0 to 1, and then you can convert it into polar form. I have shown it directly. So integration I will become triple integration of z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 1, and this is x, y, z, dz, and then dx, dy. So x and y can be taken outside. So you will have z square by 2. The limits are 0 to 1, dx, dy. So this 1 by 2 can be taken outside the integration, right? And then you have x, y, dx, dy. So you will substitute x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and dx, dy is equal to r dr d theta, right? So substituting into polar, it is a positive quadrant of a circle. X square plus y square is equal to 1. That means r is equal to 1. So substituting in polar coordinates, so if I substitute this in the polar coordinates, that will be x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, my dx dy is r dr d theta, and the limits of r will be 0 to 1, and since it is a positive quadrant of a circle, so that will be 0 to pi by 2. 0 to 1 is r square r sin theta, r cos theta, and dx dy is r dr d theta. Okay, so first let me integrate this with respect to r. So sin theta and cos theta will come outside. So you will be left with r cube dr, 0 to 1. So which is nothing but r raised to 4. This can be written as sin 2 theta by 2. Adjustment. And this is r raised to 4 upon 4. The limits are 0 to 1. So you will have 1 by 4. So this 1 by 4 and 1 by 2 will become 1 by 8. Okay. So let's integrate this. This is minus cos of 2 theta by 4. The limits of integration are 0 to pi by 2. So after substituting the limits, I'll get 1 by 16. So my final answer for integration will be converted into 1 by 16. So I have taken sufficient sums for you people to make understand and make simpler the triple integration. Okay, so crux is, instead of learning so many coordinates and so remembering so many things, this is the easiest way to do. Get the value of z and then write the values of z, convert the triple integration into double integration, and then this last limits you will convert into polar coordinates and then evaluate the integration. So this is the easiest way. Always remember, first find the value of z, convert it into double integration, and then evaluate. Okay, so this was your triple integration sums where limits of integration are not provided to you. So first you have to find the limits and then you have to evaluate. I just hope that you have understood this. So now we are left with application part, which will be done in the next class. Thank you.